And good early morning, YouTube. It is 1:53 in the morning. Time for the post game report for today. Uh, Boy, we had a great time. And folks, if you haven't got a chance to see the last video, which was the a review video from all the way from the 16th to last night, you get a chance to see that. Now, I know you guys are thinking, why am I not wearing the Knights jersey in this video? I didn't have to wear that tonight for this one. Decided to wear the Blues Cancer one. I like this jersey too. Got this pretty much for a bargain. Sorry, I had to clear up my top a little bit. Got this for pretty much a bargain on Phonetics. They were doing a percentage off, and I got this basically for $91. And I wanted me a cancer one, and the cancer one is a great cause. All the proceeds does go to cancer research, folks. If you haven't got one of these yet, get one. If you can't find any from last year, which is this is from last season because of this year with the COVID. If you want, hopefully next season, try to get next year's models. So definitely go for it. These are great jerseys to get. I like it. So get them. Now let's get right into it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games on tap tonight. Let's get right into it. Starting off with Buffalo at Washington. Buffalo entered the matchup was 1-3-0 and 2 points. Washington was 2-0-2 and 6 points. This game went into a shootout, folks. With the final score, Washington 4, Buffalo 3. Shots on goal were Washington 32, and Buffalo was 27. 0 for 1 on the power play was Washington. 0 for 2 was Buffalo. And on the shootout, it was 4 rounds, and Washington wins it 4-4. 1-4. Got 1 for 4 in the shootout. Sorry, 1 for 4. Buffalo went 0 for 4. Buffalo does pick up a point. It's their third point of the year, but we can see what can happen. Next was the Rangers at Pittsburgh. Entering the matchup, the Rangers were 1-2-0 with 2 points. Pittsburgh, was 2-2-0 and 4 points. This game also went to a shootout, and the final score was 4-3. In the shootout, went 3 rounds. Pittsburgh went 2 for 3, while Rangers went 1 for 3. Shots on goal were 28 for Pittsburgh, 34 for the Rangers. Pittsburgh was 1 for 2 on the power play, with 1 for 4 for the Rangers. The Rangers pick up another point, which is good. That gives them their third point, but the Pens get their 6th point of the year. Things are looking good. Now, folks, I also want you to know your report cards, first month report cards can come out, and I do want to say this. There will be 2 incompletes, and you pretty much know who those 2 teams will be because, I'll explain about it, but just want you to know there will be 2 incompletes, which is an I, so just know that, okay? Next was Edmonton at Toronto entered the matchup. Edmonton was 2-3-0 and 4 points. Toronto was 3-2-0 and 6 points. And after 60 minutes, the Maple Leafs beat the Oilers 4-2. A lot of 4s. Shots on goal were 29 for the Leafs. The Oilers had 32 shots on goal. Perfect on the power play for Toronto, 2 for 2, with the Oilers going 0 for 2. The 8th point for Toronto, so we'll see what can happen. Next, the Detroit Red Wings taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Entering the matchup, Detroit was 2-0 and 4 points. Chicago 0-3 and 1 point. And after 60 minutes, the Blackhawks finally win. The first score 4-1. Shots on goal were 28 for the Blackhawks, 31 for Detroit. The Blackhawks were 2 for 5 on the power play, with the Red Wings 0 for 5 on the power play. Well, very important 2 points for Chicago. And like I said, I will never root for Chicago. Anyone can pay me all the money in the world, and I will never root for Chicago. And that is a promise. I'll never root for Chicago. So, I'm 3-1 for today. Let's see how I do in the rest. Minnesota took on San Jose. Going into the match, San Jose was 2-2-0 and 4 points. Minnesota 3-1-0 and 6 points. And at the end of 16 minutes, you ready for this? Minnesota wins 4-1. Yeah, 4-1. Both teams had 29 shots on goal and went 0 for 3 on the power play. That's both teams. So Minnesota picks up their 8th point. Next, Nashville takes on Dallas. Dallas' first game. So entering the match, Nashville was 2-1-0 and 4 points. And at the work stoppage, Dallas was 37-24 and 8 and 82 points after 60 minutes, folks. And I thought Dallas lost some rust because of, apparently they didn't. They beat the Predators 7-0. 7-0. Shots on goal were 28 for the Stars, 34 for the Preds, 5 for 8 on the power play for the Stars, 0 for 5 on the power play for the Predators, Nashville Predators. So Dallas picks up their first 2 points, which is great. So we'll see what can happen going into the rest of their season. Next, the Vegas Golden Knights take on the Arizona Coyotes, or in Arizona. And going to the matchup, Vegas was 4-0-0 and 8 points. Arizona 1-2-1 and 3 points after 60 minutes. The final score was 5-2. Arizona. Arizona wins 5-2. Shots and goal were 26 for Arizona, 31 for the Knights. The Coyotes were 2 for 6 on the power play, with the Knights 1 for 4. So this was a very important 2 points for Arizona. They pick up the win and they get a very important 2 points. And finally, Colorado at Anaheim entered the match. Colorado was 2-1-0 and 4 points. Anaheim was 1-2-1 and 3 points. And after 60 minutes of play, had to go to overtime. And in the overtime, Colorado beats the Ducks 3-2. Shots on goal were 32 for the Avalanche, 38 for Anaheim, 1 for 4 on the power play was the Avalanche, and 0 for 5 for the Ducks. So that will do that. Now let's get into a look at tomorrow's games. And I do want you to note that Florida and Carolina is postponed because of COVID going on in Carolina. And the record is for Florida Panthers 2-0-0 and 4 points. Same thing with Carolina. They are 2-1-0 and 4 points. So tomorrow we have 5 games on tap. So here we go. Start off with Tampa at the Blue Jackets. Tampa is 3-0-0 and 6 points, and Columbus is 1-2-2 with 4 points. Now remember, folks, check your local listings for time and station in your area for Tampa and stuff. You can always check your Fox Sports station, your local Fox Sports station, which is Fox Sports Sun Network, or Fox Sports Florida, or Fox Sports Tampa Bay. One of those. Check it out. And for Columbus, I believe it is FSN Colorado or Columbus. But you can always check your local Fox Sports station for your team. Next is Montreal at Vancouver. Montreal enters the matchup at 3-0-2 and 8 points. Vancouver 2-4-0 and 4 points. For you people up in Canada, if you watch me up in Canada, at least know, check your listings for CBC as Canadian Sport, Canadian Broadcasting Company, Sportsnet, TVAS, or TVA, or the other station that you guys got. So, TVAS, Sportsnet, and RDS. Check RDS too. That's what I was about to say, RDS. So check those networks in your area. That's it. That's for all my Canadian viewers. Next, Philadelphia, Boston. Philadelphia is 3-1-1 and 7 points. Boston is 2-1-1 and 5 points. Next, we have LA at St. Louis. Yeah, go Blues. LA is 1-1-2 with 4 points. St. Louis is 2-1-1 with 5 points. And finally, Ottawa at Winnipeg. Ottawa is 1-2-1 and 3 points, and Winnipeg is 3-1-0 and 6 points. So that is it, folks. That is a look at tomorrow's games. I will be back later today with a pregame report for you. Maybe give you some news of the day to tell you what's going on. And remember, for all the latest, for more in-depth coverage of the NHL, check out my friend Shannon on his page, on his channel, The Hockey Guy, and also check out Neil on his channel, Post2Post Productions. Check both of them out. They are great channels. Mainly check out Shannon. His page really goes into depth. Literally, his channel goes more into depth. He actually does a pregame. He does a postgame every day. And he does some other videos. So check him out, folks. And really, Shannon's the one that gave me the inspiration to do my own NHL report to you guys every so often. And I love you guys a lot. And remember, I can't do this without you guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Click on the subscribe button. And you guys will get notifications on everything, including the latest videos I like and what I favor, and much, much more. Okay? And I do want to say this. If you guys like, I will even, how about this? If I can get 2 more subscribers, how about this? If I can get 5 subscribers, the 5th subscriber, I will give you a signed sheet. One of the stat sheets. I will literally send you one of these. If you're the 5th subscriber, I will message you personally and say, hey, you just got yourself a free stat sheet. Literally, you guys, it'll be yours to keep no matter what. So see you guys, and remember, folks, if you're going out, please stay social distance, wear a mask if needed, and I love you guys a lot. And I'll see you guys around later today. Until then, peace out.